Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So in the last lecture, we have defined differentiation and derivative of a function. So, Abhay, tell me what is derivative or what is differentiation?
हाँ सर એક પોઈન્ટ સી આગળ આપણે કોઈ ફંક્શનનું ડિફરન્શિએશન જોઈએ છે તો તેના માટે f dash c is equal to limit x tends to c fx minus fc upon x minus c.
Yes, this limit should exist. Limit x tends to c fx minus fc should exist. Okay, then we say that function is differentiable at point c. Okay, so recall this thing. Let us consider f from open interval ab to r, and let me take c point c from open interval ab. If this limit exists, limit x tends to c fx minus fc upon x minus c exist, then we say that f is differentiable at point c. And if f is differentiable at every point of open interval ab, then we say that f is differentiable on open interval ab. Then we say that on AB. Now, in the last lecture also we have proved that every differentiable function is continuous. That is, differentiability implies continuity. But what about the converse? Abhay, is the converse true? That is, suppose f is continuous, then can I say that f is differentiable?
No sir.
No, in general it is not true. So converse of above statement is not true. So let us consider examples. So let me define f from R to R, fx is equal to mod x, where x belongs to R. Prove that f is continuous at 0, but f is not differentiable at 0. So this example show that there exists a continuous function which is not differentiable. Okay, so let us prove this. So look at this function. F is defined in this way. F is a function from R to R, and fx is equal to mod x. X belongs to R. So this is a mod function. Okay, so this is the graph of the function. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis, this is origin. So let me draw a graph of mod x. So this is a graph of mod function. Okay, this is fx equal to mod x. So this is point 0. Okay, so what is the definition of mod x actually? Mod x equal to x if x greater than equals to 0, and if mod x equal to minus x if x is less than 0. Already we have seen the definition of mod function in the previous lecture, and also we have discussed some basic properties of mod function. So for this example we show that f is continuous at 0 but it is not differentiable at 0. So what should I prove if I want to show that f is continuous at 0? Vaibhav.
हाँ सर.
So what should we prove to show the continuity of f at 0?
लेफ्ट एंड राइट सेम बतानी होगी.
Yes, we should show that its left limit is equal to right limit and it is equal to value of function at point. So first we show that f is continuous at 0. So let me first of all find out value of function at 0. So Sarvottam, what is f of 0 for this example?
Yes, sir.
Abhay, what is f of 0?
F of 0 is 0.
Yes,
0.
f of 0, just look at these conditions. X greater than or equal to 0, then fx equal to x. So if you take x equal to 0 here, so f0 is 0. Okay, now let us find out limit x tends to 0 plus fx. So now what is our function f? X tends to 0 plus fx is mod x. So we are approaching x, we are approaching to point 0 from right. So x is greater than 0. So mod x equal to just x. The reason is this: x tends to 0 plus implies x greater than 0, and if x greater than 0, therefore mod x equal to x. Okay, so if now just put x equal to 0, so right limit of the function at 0 is 0. Now let us find out left limit of the function. So we are approaching 0 from left. Fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus fx. So limit x tends to 0 minus. So now look at this. X tends to 0 minus. What does this mean? Implies x less than 0. So therefore mod x is equal to minus x. So here you will get mod x equal to minus x. By putting x equal to 0, this becomes 0. So now you can see that limit x tends to 0 minus fx is also 0. So right limit equal to left limit equal to value of function. Therefore limit x tends to 0 plus fx equal to limit x tends to 0 minus fx is equal to f of 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, f is continuous at point 0. Next, we show that f is not differentiable at 0. So in order to show that f is not differentiable at 0, we should check or we should show that limit x tends to 0 fx minus f0 upon x minus 0 does not exist. So we show that we shall prove that limit x tends to 0 fx minus f0 upon x minus 0 does not exist. So first find out right limit of this quantity and left limit of this quantity, and we show that both are different. So limit x tends to 0 plus fx minus f0 upon x minus 0 is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus, what is fx? Fx is mod x, minus f0 is 0, just we have seen here x. So now x tends to 0 plus implies that x is greater than 0. This implies that mod x is equal to x. So put mod x equal to x and upon x, so you will get answer of this limit is 1. So right limit is 1. Next, let us see left limit. Limit x tends to 0 minus fx minus f0 upon x minus 0 is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus, what is fx? Fx is just mod x, f0 is 0 upon x. Now x tends to 0 minus, this implies that x less than 0. This implies that mod x is equal to minus x. Okay, so limit x tends to 0 minus mod x is minus x upon x. So what is the answer of this limit? It is just minus 1. So now you can see that the right limit of the function at 0 of this left limit, these two are different. Okay, do you understand? Therefore you
Yes,
can
sir.
say
Yes, sir.
limit x tends to 0 fx minus f0 upon x minus 0 does not exist. Or you can say that f is not differentiable at point 0. Okay, so this is a example. This shows that the converse of this is not true. Continuity does not imply differentiability of a function. Now let us see geometrical interpretation of derivative. Geometrically, what does it represent? So just let me draw graph. We know that what is slope of line? difference of y coordinates of any 2 points on line, any 2 points of line upon difference of x coordinates of same points. Or roughly you can say that difference of x coordinate upon difference of y coordinate. So this thing you have studied in 12th science, okay? So we will not go in detail, but we will use this fact. This is origin, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So let me draw. So let us say this is y equal to fx. This is my function fx. Okay. Now let me take 2 point. So what are, let us say this point is C and this point is x. So what is the coordinate of this point? CFC, isn't it? Now what are the coordinate of this point? X, fx. If x equal to c, then if you take x equal to c, what is y coordinate? Y equal to f of c. Therefore the coordinate of this point is CFC, and coordinate, if you take x coordinate to be small x, then coordinate of this is, so let us say this line. Okay, let me take this line to be L. Okay, so now what is the slope of this line? If you take slope of line L, what is slope of line L? This is your line L. This is your line L. Okay, what is the slope of this line L? Difference of y coordinates. So fx minus fc. Here y coordinate is fx and here y coordinate is fc. So fx minus fc upon difference of x coordinate, that is x minus c. So this will give us a slope of line L. Okay, understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now if I take x tends to c, so if I take x tends to c, then what happens? This point x first of all comes from here, so slightly this line comes down. Okay, ये x अक्ष की तरफ आएगी, यहाँ पे आएगा x x x. If you take x tends to c, that is we are approaching point c. Okay, so if you take, now how can you find out limit, that is f dash c, from this quantity? If you want to find out f dash c in this quantity, then what should you take? Vaibhav, what would you take
Limit.
to find out f dash c from this?
लिमिट लेनी पड़ेगी.
Yes, you just need to take limit x tends to c. So from the right side, if you want to find out f dash c, or from the right side, if you want to bring f dash c, okay, then you must have to take limit x tends to c. So if you take limit x tends to c from right, then also you need to take limit x tends to c from left also. But see, if you take x tends to c from right, or you just take x tends to c, then what happened to this line? This line slightly come down, that is in this direction, it comes in direction, so it becomes tangent at point c, isn't it? So what is tangent of a curve? What is tangent of a curve? A line is said to be a tangent at point c if it just intersect to the graph of the function at c, or it intersect exactly at point c once. Graph. So if I take limit x tends to c, represents slope of this line at point, slope of tangent. if ये हम x को c की तरफ ले जा रहे हैं तो ये क्या बन जाएगी? दिस लाइन इंटरसेक्ट ग्राफ एट एग्जैक्टली वन पॉइंट, दैट इज सी एफ सी, तो ये क्या बन जाएगी? टेंजेंट बन जाएगी वैभव। यहाँ पे एक ही पॉइंट पे
Yes, sir.
इंटरसेक्ट करेगी तो क्या बन जाएगी? टेंजेंट। और ये एक्चुअली क्या रिप्रेजेंट करती है? क्वांटिटी, स्लोप। तो ये क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगी? रिप्रेजेंट्स स्लोप ऑफ टेंजेंट एट पॉइंट सी एफ सी। तो ये क्वांटिटी है क्या? एफ डैश सी। So this is a geometrical interpretation of derivative. So derivative means f dash c means slope of tangent at point c f c of curve y equal to fx. So do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And what is the equation of tangent? You have studied this in 12th science. This is line. Tangent means line. Equation of tangent, y minus y1 upon y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. So the tangent is passing through CFC. So y1 is your FC. What is slope? Slope is f dash c, and x minus x1 is c. So you have studied this in 12th science. पता है? You remember?
हाँ
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is a very important remark or note. So geometrically derivative represents slope of tangent at that particular point. Okay. So now let us see working rules of differentiation. Okay. तो ये वर्किंग रूल्स ऑफ डिफरेंशिएशंस क्या है? ये so sum of two differentiable function is differentiable. Product of two differentiable function is differentiable. Okay. and division of two differentiable function is differentiable. So what is the process of finding their derivatives? Okay, so this is the result. Suppose I have given two differentiable function f and g. So let f and g are the function from open interval ab to r be differentiable on ab, then prove that f plus g, that is their addition, f minus g, their subtraction, their multiplication, and their division. G and g dash are non-zero, are differentiable on AB. So I think I have forgot here, I should k into f, okay, are all differentiable on AB, and the derivative is given by following formula. What is derivative of f plus g? F dash plus g dash. Similarly, what is derivative of f minus g? Is, suppose if you take here minus, then here minus, okay, f plus g and f minus g. What is derivative of k into f? Is equal to k into f dash. So constant can be taken outside of derivative, okay. And third, what is derivative of f into g? Can anybody give the formula?
f into g dash plus g into f dash.
Yes, f into g dash plus f dash into g. So first I will keep f as it is and I will take derivative of g, and then I will keep g as it is and derivative of f. What is the formula for f upon g? So just take here g square, g as it is f dash minus f is it g dash. So this is derivative of f upon g dash. So now I am not giving you proof of all the quantities, but let me just prove one. So let us prove this third one. I want to show that f into g is differentiable. Okay. Since we have given that f and g are differentiable on AB, limit x tends to c fx minus fc upon x minus c, limit x tends to c gx minus gc upon x minus c exist for all c belongs to open interval AB. isn't it? Now I want to show that, what is my claim? F into G, it is also function from open interval AB to R is differentiable on open interval AB. So in order to show derivative, or in order to show that this is differentiable, we should consider this limit. Which limit? Limit x tends to C f into G x minus f into G C upon x minus C. So this is nothing but limit x tends to C fx into gx minus fc into gc upon x minus c. Okay, now I need to use this fact fx minus fc upon x minus c. So somehow I need to bring this into the picture from this quantity. Okay, so can anybody give the idea what should we do to get fx minus fc from this quantity? Vaibhav.
કંઈક એડ કરીને બાદ કરવું પડશે.
Yes, very good. We need to something subtract from this quantity and add some quantity. Okay, so look at this fx into gx. So here I want fx minus fc. So I will, first of all, I will keep fx into gx as it is. I need fx minus fc, so I should take gx common. So let me take minus gx into, here I need which quantity? fc. So now you can take common gx from these two terms so that you will get fx minus fc. So I also should add gx into fc and minus fc into, do you understand? See, we have subtract gx minus gx into fc and I have add gx into fc. Why I have done this? Because I want to bring fx minus fc upon x minus c. So how can I bring fx minus fc from the numerator? Just take gx common. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Upon x minus c. So now this is equal to, this is limit x tends to c. Now take gx common. So you will get here fx minus fc plus, from this two term take fc common. Now apply algebra of limit. Limit x tends to c. This is gx into fx minus fc upon x minus c. Limit x tends to c fc into gx minus gc upon x minus c. Now this is a constant term, so it can be taken, this is a free from x, so you can take outside of this limit. And since, now apply again algebra of limit and use continuity of gx. So x tends to c, gx equal to gc, and this is nothing but f dash c plus fc, and this is g dash c. The reason is this: g is differentiable at c, implies g is continuous at c, and algebra of limit. So this limit exists. Okay, in short, so this limit exists, therefore f into g dash at C. Now what does this represent? This is nothing but f into g dash C is equal to how much? F g into f dash plus f into g dash at C, or in general case you can say that f into g dash equal to g into f dash plus f into g dash. This is also known as product rule for derivative. Okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now the converse of this is not true, that is f plus g is differentiable need not implies that f and g are differentiable. Note that if f plus g is differentiable, it does not mean that f and g are differentiable. So let us see one example. So let me take f and g this way. F from R to R, fx is equal to 1 and 0, x belongs to Q and x belongs to R minus Q. Let me take g from R to R. This is defined as gx is equal to, let me take 0 and 1. If x belongs to Q, x belongs to R minus Q. We prove that f and g are not continuous for every. Then already we have proved that. Then f and g are not continuous for any a belongs to R. Why this is not continuous? We have proved in the previous examples. See, what is the outline of the proof? Just take a belongs to R. Implies there exists sequence xn of rationals and yn of irrationals such that what happen? Xn tends to A and yn tends to A. Do you remember this? Due to rational density theorem,
Yes, sir.
you can always find out sequence of rationals and irrational which converges to point A. So if you take here, if you take f to be continuous, then what is the limit of fxn? Fxn should tends to f of A, f of yn should tends to f of A, isn't it? Now what is f of xn? If x is rational, then fx equal to 1. So xn's are rational, so this is 1. So f of A equal to 1 from this. And yn is irrational numbers. So if x is irrational, then fx takes value 0. So fa equal to 0 equal to 1. What does this mean? This is not possible. So what does this mean? F is not continuous at A. So this is the outline. So this is arbitrary point. Clear? Abhay,
Yes, sir.
do you understand?
Sir.
Fine. So next we show that f plus g is differentiable. By the way, what is f plus g? F plus g is a function from R to R. And what is the definition of f plus g? F plus g at x is equal to fx plus gx. So now what is the definition of fx? So if x belongs to q, fx is something, and if x belongs to r minus q. So now if x belongs to q, then what is value of fx? If your x comes from q, then fx is just 1. So I should write here 1. And what is gx for x belongs to q? 0. And here 0 plus 1. So 1, 1 if x belongs to q, and if x belongs to r minus q. What does this mean? F plus g is a constant function for every x belongs to r, which is differentiable. And f plus g dash is equal to 0. Do you understand? Therefore, I have found one example which is differentiable. Since f is not continuous, similarly you can show that g is not continuous. Since f and g are not continuous, at 0, f, g are not differentiable. We write in this way, cannot be differentiable at 0. Clear? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now let me take one note, remark. F is differentiable at a if and only if there exists 5x function such that fx minus fa equal to x minus a into f dash a plus 5x, where 5x tends to 0 as x tends to a. So this is a consequence of derivative. So just bring x minus a from right to left. So in left side you will get fx minus fa upon x minus a, and right side you have f dash a plus 5x. Now in order to get f dash a, you need to take derivative so you need to take limit x tends to a. So if you take limit x tends to a, so from left side you will get f dash. So I must have to put 5x tends to 0 as x tends to a. So this is a consequence of derivative. So this is a very easy consequence. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will use this fact. Okay, now there are some questions. On answer of the sum of the questions we have given the answers. See, look at this. Suppose you have two differentiable functions, then what is the relation between the addition of their function and their derivative? So this is the relation. You can find out derivative of their addition in this way, derivative of their multiplication in this way, division in this way. So again, the next question is this. Vaibhav is asking that, sir, we have taken addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Till we have not taken composition of function, and we have studied the concept of composition of mapping in 11th 12th science. Okay, so is there any relation between composition and their derivative? So the answer is yes, and this is known as chain rule. So state and prove chain rule for derivative. So the next theorem is nothing but chain rule. So first of all, let me write down the statement. So let f from x to r be differentiable at a belongs to x. Suppose range of f is a subset of y and G is a mapping from y to r is differentiable at fa belongs to y. Then prove that G compose f is also differentiable and G compose f dash at A is given by G dash of fa, G dash at fa into f dash A. Okay, see, let us see the proof. See, look at this. Your f is a mapping from, this is x, okay, x to r. So now this is range of f, which is subset of y. Rf is a subset of y. So y is smaller than this, and your G is a mapping from y to r. So G compose f is a mapping. This can be defined. Okay. Here, since range of f is a subset of y, G compose f is a mapping from where to where? X to r is well defined. कुछ भी करने से पहले चेक करना चाहिए कि वेल डिफाइन है कि नहीं. सही बात है ना. खाना खाने से पहले ये अपने पॉकेट में चेक कर लेना चाहिए. क्या चेक करना चाहिए? अभय,
पैसे है कि नहीं.
हाँ, पैसे है कि नहीं वो चेक करना पड़ेगा ना. तो ये एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है कि नहीं, पहले तो ये चेक करना पड़ेगा पहले कि ये फंक्शन है कि नहीं. क्योंकि डेरिवेटिव किसका मिलता है? फंक्शन का मिलता है। अभी मैं बोलूंगा सर्वोत्तम तेरा डेरिवेटिव क्या है, तो वो बेचारा क्या बोलेगा? घबरा जाएगा। क्या बोलते हो सर्वोत्तम?
हाँ
सर्वोत्तम
सर।
कहाँ गए? मैंने
यस
तुम्हारी
सर।
आवाज नहीं सुनी। सुन रहे हो कि नहीं?
हाँ सर, सुन रहा हूँ।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, ठीक है ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं।
शायद
तो
मेरी
ये
आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, ना ना, अभी आ रही है। सो दिस इज अ वेल डिफाइंड फंक्शन। तो पहले डेरिवेटिव चेक करने से पहले पहले ये बताना पड़ेगा कि ये फंक्शन है, लेकिन ये फंक्शन है क्योंकि ये कंडीशन हमने कंसिडर की है। ठीक है। नाउ हियर इट इज गिवन दैट f इज डिफरेंशिएबल at a belongs to x. So therefore limit x tends to a, fx minus fa upon x minus a equal to f dash a exists. Okay, so therefore there exists a function phi x tends to 0 as x tends to a. Therefore fx minus fa can be written in this way: x minus a into f dash a plus phi x. Let me say this one, where phi x tends to 0 as x tends to a. Okay, see, look at this. I want to show that g compose f is differentiable and g compose f dash a equal to g dash into fa into f dash a. So somehow I need to bring g compose. ये मुझे लाना है, प्रूव करना है। तो मुझे क्या प्रूव करना पड़ेगा? देखिए, ये मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ। g compose f at x minus g compose f at a minus x minus सॉरी a, और उसकी इसकी मुझे क्या लेनी पड़ेगी? लिमिट लेनी पड़ेगी भाई। समझ में आ रहा है?
हाँ
लिमिट
सर।
x टेंस टू ये कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा। और ये लिमिट के आंसर कितना होना चाहिए? क्योंकि यहाँ पे दिया है जी डैश इंटू एफ ए इंटू एफ डैश, इतना होना चाहिए। तो ये मुझे, हमारा टारगेट तो ये है, ठीक है, लेकिन ये सब नेसेसरी है ये लाने के लिए। ठीक है, तो ये देखिए, ये मैंने एनालिसिस किया एफ एक्स माइनस एफ ए का। नाउ जी इज डिफरेंशिएबल एट एफ ए बिलोंग्स टू वाई. It is given that g is differentiable at fa belongs to y. So this implies that limit y tends to b. Let me take fa. For simplicity, let me take fa equal to b. Y tends to be gy minus gb upon y minus b equal to g dash b exist, since it is given that g is differentiable at fa. So this implies that you can now write gy minus gb is equal to y minus b into g dash b plus psi y for another function. Let me say this to be 2, where your psi function psi y tends to 0 as y tends to b. Do you understand? Because of this remark or this note, I can write in this way. Do you understand? Now let us take y equal to fx. Let me give function. Let me take y equal to fx. Now f is differentiable at a. So therefore f is continuous. at a, every differentiable function is continuous. Okay, so if f is continuous, limit x tends to a, fx equal to fa. Do you understand? Now what is limit x tends to a, fx equal to, we have taken y equal to b. What does this mean? That is, as x tends to a, y tends to b. As x tends to a implies y tends to b. अगर x a की तरफ जा रहा है तो y किसकी तरफ जाएगा? b की तरफ. If x is close to a, then y is close to b. Now consider this portion. I told you that somehow I need to bring g compose fx minus g compose a. Now let us consider this quantity. G compose f x minus g compose f a. So according to definition, this is nothing but g compose f at x is g of fx, is g of f of a. Now this is equal to fx equal to, I have taken y. I have just defined this notation. Okay, this is gy minus and fa equal to b, so gy minus gb. So now what is gy minus gb? So by 2 it is equal to y minus b into g dash b plus psi y. Okay, so this is nothing but y minus b into g dash b plus psi y, isn't it? Reason by 2. Here psi y tends to 0 as y tends to b. Now what is y? Y is nothing but fx and b is nothing but fa, and g dash b plus psi y. Reason is this, I have taken y equal to fx substitution and b equal to fa. Okay, now what is fx minus fa? See, look at this. Fx minus fa is equal to x minus a into f dash a plus phi x. So this is nothing but x minus a into f dash x plus 5x, and this is nothing but g dash b plus psi y. The reason is by 1. So therefore I have got this g compose f at x minus g compose f at a. Now I want to show that this is differentiable, so I should check limit x tends to a, g compose f at x minus g compose f at a upon x minus a. तो मैंने ये क्वांटिटी तो ला दी, ठीक है, तो मुझे अपॉन में क्या लाना चाहिए? x माइनस ए. तो जो है, तो मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? वो what should I do to get x minus a in the denominator? Just bring. Do you understand? समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है?
आ रहा है सर.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So this is equal to, I will keep this as it is, f dash x plus 5x So now tell me, what should I do to get g compose f dash a from this? क्या करना चाहिए आगे? यहाँ पे क्या रखना चाहिए?
लिमिट लेनी पड़ेगी आगे.
यस,
लिमिट लेनी पड़ेगी.
लिमिट
x टेंड्स टू a.
yes, therefore limit x tends to a, So limit x tends to a, so now apply algebra of limit. So this is limit x tends to a, f dash x plus, not x here, I should write here a. See, look at this, I have a. यहाँ पे क्या है, क्या है यहाँ पे,
f dash a,
तो मुझे यहाँ पे क्या लिखना चाहिए,
f a,
सभी जगह पे मुझे चेंज करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, यहाँ पे भी और यहाँ पे भी, और कहीं पे बाकी है नहीं है, तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा, यहाँ तो ठीक था ना, एफ एक्स, दिस इज ओके, बट हियर आई शुड पुट हियर एफ डैश ए, ये तो और सही है, हियर and limit x tends to a, as x tends to a, y tends to b, look at this, as x tends to a, y tends to b, so this is a quantity which contains b and y tends to b, g dash b plus, the reason is this, x tends to a implies y tends to b. Now as x tends to a, what is phi x, phi x tends to 0 by 1, see, x tends to a, phi x, as x tends to a, phi x tends to 0, so this is f dash a into, as y tends to b, psi y tends to 0, as y tends to b, psi y tends to 0, so I should put here just psi y tends to 0, so just g dash. Now what is b, let me write down this first, b is f of a, and this exists, okay, therefore g compose f is differentiable at a, and its derivative g compose f, this is nothing but g dash of fa into f dash. Clear? Do you understand? Proof is very simple,
yes sir,
but very important. Many times this has been asked in the university examination. Let me see how many times this was asked. 2013, 14 and 15. I mean 15 or 16. 16. 3 times this has been asked in the university. State and true chain rule for derivative. So this is a very important. So prepare very well. Okay. So we stop our discussion. So next time we will see some examples of differentiation. Okay, so goodbye.
goodbye sir.
Goodbye.